Hafa my fellow GovGuam employees. First, let me thank you all for the work that you've been doing. Even now, with the cuts to your agency's allotments, you continue to provide the services to the people of our island, and I thank you for it. It's because of your hard work, alongside our private sector, that Guam is beautiful and our economy is bustling. There will always be critics, but even they have to recognize that there have been many improvements these past 7 years. In the last few weeks, I've asked many of you to work with reduced funding levels. Unfortunately, that's not enough to cover the financial gap of $67 million that we are facing because of federal tax cuts. I've tried to partner with the legislature in the hopes that they would pass a bill that meets us halfway and find new revenue sources to fill the gap. I myself have sent down 6 bills because I know that there's no way we can cut $67 million in costs halfway through a fiscal year without shutting down essential government services. I'm doing everything in my power under the Organic Act to cut costs. The same Organic Act gives the legislature the responsibility to establish fiscal policies that provides revenues for the operations of the government. We need partners at the legislature to rise as leaders and help us find the rest of the solution. You know that we've been cutting costs, but absent any solution from the legislature, absent their action to work with us by passing a bill that increases revenues, I'm forced to take drastic measures, such as furloughs. Otherwise, we are looking at payless paydays and a government shutdown. In the past, during a time of crisis, the legislature and the administration worked together to ensure the continuation of government services that everyone relies on. In 2003, following Super Typhoon Pongsonghua, then Speaker Ben Pangilinan worked with then Senators Frank Uggan, Joanne Brown, John Kinata, and Randy Cunliffe and others to pass a series of bills that provided funding for typhoon recovery efforts. Folks, this is tax cuts typhoon that we are now experiencing, and it requires the same level of coordination and cooperation. The public auditor and the private finance experts have said that a combination of cost-cutting measures and revenue enhancements makes the most sense. But we're doing our part. And I hope and pray that the legislature today will realize that the power to maintain a minimum acceptable level of government operations rests solely in their hands. I can only do so much. Please call your senators today and ask them for their help.